motivation to do anything or have the things I have today. My simple goal was inspired by my life challenges I had to face at a very young age and still maintaining a positive energy around me. Duplicated my simple goal in my comic by a girl going through a lot of phases in life, being bullied and still maintaining to be able to be positive throughout everything. I plan on using my meaning of simple good to improve my community and change the world by stopping negativity because we live in a world full of hate and negative, and we should all just be positive and be happy together. This is important to me because I used to think negative and it never got me nowhere, but once I started to think it through and motivate myself each day, I realized how my life has changed being more positive. Thank you. A simple good question I would ask others is, how do you face challenges?
Yes, let's give it up for Aaliyah. I love it. And what a great reflection question. So go ahead, y'all, throw it up in the chat. What are your takeaways from this comic? And what are your takeaways from what Aaliyah shared with us? And Jay, I'm going to pass it over to you to see what questions or comments you might have for her.
Aaliyah, hey. So I
Hi.
love that. Positivity is key. And I love that message, and listening to you share and how you mentioned, you went through like some bullying and like you maintain this positive mindset, which honestly is very hard to do sometimes. Because
Yeah,
sometimes people can really press your buttons. I bet you know
right.
that. So, but my question to you, well, feedback one in terms of your like art and expression, something that I love is when we can take our ideas and our concepts and put them into images. And I see this image that you drew that this tells this story of someone being bullied, it seems like. And is it that they're walking away from the situation or someone stepping in to kind of say no, or like don't bully? And I think that that's
Yeah.
just like a beautiful depiction there. My question though is, because it's so hard sometimes, right, to get into that positive mindset, especially with all that's been happening. We've been in a pandemic. What are the things that you do? If I'm sitting here like, oh, I'm in a negative mood, what do I do now, Leah, to get myself into that positive mindset? What are the things you do?
I personally sit down with myself and just think the situation through.
Mm,
And I just sit down with myself, reflect the situation, and I tell myself, what impact would it have if I react this way? Or what will happen
mm,
if I react this way? So I just think of the consequences after,
yeah. So thinking before you act. Okay. Thank you. I love that. I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, Aaliyah. Thank you so much. I wish I knew how to slow down before I reacted at your age. Y'all are, let me tell you, yes, healed, coming into this world healed. Thank you so much. And in the chat, we have positivity can make all the difference for sure. We should all just be happy. Positivity attracts positivity, such an important topic. Yes, thank you so much, Aaliyah. Give it up for Aaliyah, y'all. Yes. All right. I would love to invite Destiny to come up next and share with us her Simple Good Artist statement.
Here's my simple good. Hello, my name is Destiny. I'm 15 years old, in ninth grade, and I attend Austin College and Career Academy. My simple good is beauty is not what society think of you, but what you think of yourself, because the true beauty in a person is their self-confidence. I depicted my simple good in my comic by drawing two best friends, both beautiful yet different. The only difference, though, is that one of them is not confident in themselves. For her to truly feel pretty, her friend will tell her about her self-confidence is to stop comparing herself to others. I am planning on using the meaning of the simple good to improve my community and change the world by promoting self-love and confidence towards individuals who need to know who they are as a person. This is important to me because society has blinded most of us into thinking we do not fit, that because we are not the clone of the next person that we are alienated. But to change that, everyone needs to have self-confidence in themselves to feel beautiful by the next person. Thank you. Also, a simple good question I would ask others is, do you agree with society's beauty standards and does it push you off your self-love?
Yes, Destiny, thank you so much. Asking me important questions. Go ahead, answer your question in that, and answer Destiny's question in the chat, right? What are those beauty standards? Do you agree with them? Do you not? And Jay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to you.
Yes, Destiny, hit on it then. Those beauty standards, what society tries to tell us beautiful is, right? And where we first get those definitions of beauty. I want to comment on your art here. I love how you section in these squares, and I also am loving the detail. And I think that's a peace sign at the end where she's kind of like, I'm gonna do me, and I'm here for all that energy. When it comes to beauty, you know what I'm saying, and how we identify with that. And I think I heard you even say earlier, it's not about what other people think if you're beautiful, but do you feel beautiful? Like, is that like, what do you feel? And how you recenter back to self, and not getting too caught up on what everyone else might be saying or thinking, but channeling yourself back to self. I wanted to ask you, in situations where you might feel self-doubt, or you might like if something shows up that makes you maybe question yourself or feel like inadequate or inferior, what is it that you do to kind of channel that inner like light, that inner I don't care? Like, what is it that you do? Is it music? Is it a phrase you tell yourself? I'm just curious, like, how do you bring that out of yourself?
Look around. You will like
Oh, baby, I think it's a little bit of a tech situation.
But
Destiny, try cutting your camera off and then speaking.
Destiny, you wanna type it in the chat, and you can keep it short to a sentence or two, and we can just read it out for you. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep our eye out in the chat for what your share is. Thank you, Destiny. Oh, what was the question? I was saying, for yourself, whenever you're in a position where you might like feel inferior or inadequate, you know, insecurities come up. Even now, me as an adult, sometimes they come up. And so I was curious, what do you do to combat that? How do you like bring that inner I don't care, you know, that peace sign, who cares what other people think? How do you bring that out of yourself? Like, what is it that you do? Is it a song you listen to? Is it a phrase or an affirmation you tell yourself? What is it? And if you want to just share it in the chat, we can all see it and then read it out. And Ali, I don't know if you want to go to the next person or kind of give her time.
Yeah, we can definitely give her a few minutes, and we can read out some of the other comments while Destiny types that out. Miss Olivia said, I really enjoyed the progression on your artwork and the style. Priya says, beautiful artwork. Olivia says, beauty standards can be so limiting. There are so many qualities that we have that are all beautiful and should be recognized. Yeah, definitely. Being able to find like folks that lift us up, but then again, really, as Jay was saying, what is it in yourself that you're able to lift yourself up out of that situation and recognize your beauty in all of its forms, right? And so go ahead, Destiny. We look forward to reading your response. So let's go ahead and give it up for Destiny and her presentation. I know that Destiny was talking about her the use of color, or to not use color. And I just want to say that this is a really powerful piece, even without the color. Destiny, it's really, really beautiful. Great job. Miss Angela said, there you go. I love that you chose to not use color and it's still so bright and beautiful. Exactly. That's right. Beauty in all its forms. Here we go. All right, so we will stand by for Destiny's answer. And then why don't we go ahead, and in the meantime, let's welcome Janika. Come on up.
Okay. Hello, my name is Janika. I am 50 years old in the 9th grade, attending Steinmetz High School. My simple good is to never judge people. Everyone is equal with unique features. My simple good is to make people feel equal because it makes me feel so much better. Everybody want to have equal opportunities to try out other things without others' negative opinion. I'm dedicating my simple good, my comment by showing love is love no matter the gender. I plan on using that meaning of the simple good to try to make the world better, giving a more positive outlook on life because you're causing others not to be happy because you're so hateful towards who they decide to love in this world. This is this is important to me because everybody should feel accepted for who they really are without someone judging them. I am one who used to tell people, "Ew, you're gay. That's not cute," other than just accepting them for who they really are, and being by that side when nobody else would. A simple good question I would ask others is, why should you judge others? All judgment is from the hands of the creator, not the voice of the people.
Janika, yes, thank you so much. Let's give it up for Janika, really being vulnerable and honest and sharing her experience here to uplift others. Jay, I'll pass it over to you.
Janika, one, just again, thank you so much for sharing. And I'm looking at your artwork now, and I just have a couple questions, honestly, about the artwork first. And I was wondering, why did you choose to use red only in those certain spots where you kind of outline them on your drawing?
Because I feel like red is like a bold color. And they being bold in this situation because it's like a march they doing for their happiness or their love life or whatever you want to call it.
Ooh,
So
I
like,
love that. No, you can keep going. I was just saying, I love that. You said they were being bold, so I used the bold color. I think that association is really, that's actually like a skill that, comes as you develop in art. So I'm just happy to see that you were doing that. And yeah, like in general, to your message, like again, so powerful. You shouldn't judge others. And I appreciate your authenticity in admitting that, at one point you did do that. And there was a shift, and now you no longer show up that way. And I'm real curious about what was that shift? Like what caused that change where you were in a space before where, maybe you partook in name calling and things like that, and something happened that made you realize like, no, that's not what I'm about. What was that?
because my friend, she had came out about sexuality, her who she liked or whatever, and she liked it woman, so I had to accept her for who she was.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. Yeah. Sometimes that's how it happens, or how we have a shift is when it's closest to us and then we see it from a different perspective than we're used to. So that's awesome. Thank you so much, Janika.
Thank you. Let's give it up for Janika. All in the chat, we have love the detail. Excellent job. You are correct. Love is love. Janika, beautiful progression to the story. Yes, amazing. Come on through now, Janika. Thank you for your truth. Such a powerful message, Janika. Proud of you. Great job. And then before we move on, I want to go ahead and read out Destiny's response to that question of how does she find that beauty within, right? If you look around, people might start to look like clones because there is a definition of beauty that everyone is following. But just look at yourself. You stand out. You aren't the clone, and you don't follow the path everyone else is taking. Going down your own road, no matter if it's about beauty, fame, or success, doing something different brings something new to the table, and your generation can bring a change with your own definition. Meaning there is no definition of beauty. It's a feeling from yourself. So completely reimagining what beauty means to come from your own personal description and definition. Yes, Destiny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing. A powerful response indeed. All right, y'all. Ooh, okay. So many feelings so far. We're just about halfway there. I'd love to invite Ania to come on up next and share out. There we go. Yes. Ania. Go for it, Ania.
Hello, my name is Ania Young. I'm 16 years and in 10th grade.
Hold on, Anaya. Sorry, I think we're also having some trouble. If you want to try that same.
Hold on,
Anaya. If you want to try turning your camera off, Anaya, and then let's try again. So sorry.
From the beginning, or?
There you go. Yeah, if you want to start from the beginning. Thank you. We can hear you now.
Hello, my name is Ania Young. I'm 16 years old and in 10th grade. I attend Michelle Clark. My simple good is supporting no matter how hard it gets. I'll be there to support you. Because as a kid, I was young, I never had support. But getting older, I earned my support. I keep my simple good in my comment by being truthful and wise. I plan on using this meaningful, simple good to improve my community and change the world by having an open mind, seeking hopefulness, forgiveness, and meaningfulness. This simple good will bless the world and it will bless me. This is important to me because the world is judgmental sometimes. People just need a little help to help them understand, and I will help them and get them all the support I can do and get others to help, just like Bill helped me. Thank you. My simple good question is, if you are a flower, what flower would you offer the world?
Yes, and I thank you. That's so beautiful. Beautiful. Go ahead, Jay.
I'm gonna answer your question just because J is short for Jasmine, so I'd offer a jasmine flower. Um, but Anaya, I was wondering if you could walk me through your drawing a little bit because I'm really curious. I see it involves some cell phones and FaceTime, which kudos to you for depicting FaceTime. But can you walk me through?
Yeah, so it's just based on a story on how this girl May met someone who helped change her life, and how May prayed for friends and someone else to support her as a partner and stuff. So it's just well because they met online, so it's more like a across the world thing.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I really love the layout. Like I said, the way you depicted there being like a FaceTime, and I can see the shares. I can see their little faces in the top corner. I just want to snap for you for that detail. Um, I guess my question would be is when you're talking about support, right? And just feeling supported in general and how important that is in community, but for ourselves. And I was curious about for yourself and I, what is it that you need to feel supported? What does that look like for you?
For me,
Yes, you.
I would have to say like me had much support on who I choose. It's like a little black flash. So like support on who I love in the future or now, or on my career decision, my job decisions, and how should I take care of myself.
Mm, I don't know if I caught any of it. I don't know if anybody else caught some of it. But Anaya, that's why we are on Zoom and there's a chat. We wiggle. That's what I like to say. When things don't go the way we need them to go, we wiggle through. So I would love if you could just maybe give me a couple sentences in the chat, because I think what you shared was probably really beautiful. And I want us all to kind of hear what it is that what makes you feel supported.
Thank you. Yes, nice. So we'll go ahead, put it in the chat, and then we'll read it out loud. And then in the chat, we do have Miss Olivia saying, "At 9, this is so awesome. Your message about help, seeking help, finding help, and offering help is so real. You depicted it virtually too, which is very relevant now more than ever. Great job." Let's give it up for her, y'all. And we'll go ahead and keep a lookout for your answer in the chat box and read that out once we receive it. And next, I would love to invite Makaya, come on up.
Okay. Hello, my name is Makaya Davis. I am 15 years old in 9th grade and attend North Lawndale College Prep High School. A simple good is I ignore negativity because I start to think on the bright side of everything. I expect my simple good and my comment by showing how negative comments can help you build up and work harder to do better. I plan on using my meaning of the simple good to improve my community and change the world by showing people negativity can make you want to be different and do opposite. This is important to me because the more things that are said about you can reflect on how good you are doing to change what somebody says. Thank you. A simple good question I will ask others is, what are some helpful negative comments you heard that you can learn from?
Yes, thank you, Makaya. Thank you so much. I love all of the colors and just everything in here. I'll turn it over to you, Jay, before I start going off about how much I love it.
No, absolutely. I'm right with you with all the colors. It's so bright. And, we're leaving this winter fog. So you're giving me all the like spring and sunshine. I love it. And yeah, like I feel like the message you're giving is how negativity can be a motivator sometimes. So like how haters can be a motivator. I'm not a rapper. And I'm wondering, for you, how is it that you've channeled negativity to positive action? How is it that you like process that? Because I know sometimes like if someone's saying something negative to you, a lot of times we can internalize it and like, start to want to kind of make ourselves small or, change what we're doing to like appease them. So how do you like combat that?
Out of my family, ain't nobody really go to college and graduate, and I have to do 12 years of college to do what I want to do, and I get a lot of negative comments like you're not gonna do it and you're not gonna be what you want to be, but I'm just gonna show them different.
So kind of like that, I'm gonna do it anyway kind of energy. I love it. Thank you so much. That's beautiful.
Yes, thank you so much, Makaya. And she said, Olivia said, there you go, speak it into existence. That is right. And then Ania was able to answer. She said, I would love to have support in my love life with who I choose to love, my job of choice, how I can support myself, and how I can make a change. That's right. Great job. And Destiny says, she said, watch this. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. And why don't we go ahead and if we could please, Hymesha. Hymesha, go for it.
Okay, can y'all hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. Hello, my name is Hymesha. I am 15 years old in ninth grade and attend Michelle Clark. My simple good is helping out other people because it makes me feel complete and it fuels my soul to know that I'm making a difference in somebody's life with the advice or helping the less fortunate. My simple good was inspired by me. I depicted my simple good in my comic by showing that being nice doesn't cost anything. I plan on using my meaning of the simple good to improve my community and change the world by showing kindness and pure hearts to those used to violence and negativity, giving a more positive outlook on life and how people speak to one another, and thinking about how your negative words can conflict the person's life and make them feel less than. This is important to me because I don't like for people to feel unincluded or like an outcast to the environment around them. Also, for them to feel bad about themselves in any type of way because of the rude stuff people in this society say to bring other people down. It makes me sick. I I am one who was mean to people, and I regret it so much because I was introduced to something called suicide and how it can easily be caused by one or two mean words just because someone doesn't meet your beauty standards doesn't give you the right to call them ugly or fat or skinny because there is no wrong way to look. Thank you. A simple good question I would ask others is experiment on saying something mean to someone and a nice thing and see which decision made you feel better internally.
Yes, Hymesha, again, thank you so much for being brave, coming up here and talking about your personal experience and being vulnerable, right? It's that first step to being kind. Jay, go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, Anisha, I just think that that's, you touched on like being introduced to suicide or the effects of negative words and how, I think when we were coming up, it was sticks and stones may break our bones, but words will never hurt me. But the truth is, words hurt. And so I just commend you, like Ali said, for sharing that and acknowledging that, again, like, and someone else earlier was saying, like, how you were in a space where you were doing it and you shifted because you saw the negative effects that it had on someone else, which says a lot about you and your character. And so my question to you is, in space where someone might be being negative or being a bully or speaking to someone negatively, how would you show up in that space to maybe help them see differently or move different, I should say?
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I'm giving you kind of a scenario, but if you are in a space, right, where someone's being negative towards someone else or speaking negative, and maybe it's about themselves, how are you showing up in that space with your simple good to cause a shift, and to offer a change?
Can I type it because it's a lot going on around me?
Absolutely. Use the chat.
Yes. And while we are waiting for that, Miss Angela wants you to know, love that you realized your wrongdoings at such a young age and corrected it immediately. Ari said, you did great. Livy said, your self-awareness is going to take you far in life. You have worked hard to get to where you are, and you deserve to be celebrated for that. Yes, you do. And Miss Stephanie wants you to know, great job. Thank you for sharing. Your drawing is inspiring. Yes, it is. It definitely is. All right. And then Ari, I'd love to invite you to share your work next.
Hello, my name is Ari. I'm 14 years old. I'm a freshman and I attend Disney 2 Magnet High School. My simple good is the beauty in different races because for a long time, girls and boys have been discriminated against and led to be judged and told their characteristics that they're not. My simple good was inspired by the Protect Asian Lives protest. I depicted my simple good in my comic by showing the kids where they really came from and how beautiful their culture is. Also demonstrating that not everybody thinks of them in that way. I plan on using my simple good of I plan on using my meaning of the simple good to improve my community and change the world by showing people racism isn't fair, it's wrong, and people need to realize it. This is important to me because I believe that this border between different ethnicities is placed out of spite, and we can't expect change when change doesn't expect us. As in, people need to recognize this is wrong for anything to start to change. Thank you. A simple good question I would ask others is, what do you feel will resort to the best?
Or if you want to repeat your simple good question real quick, what do we feel would resort to the best?
Change.
Yes, so well said. Thank you so much, Ari. All right, go ahead, take it away.
I mean, Ari, first of all, I have goosies because you just told me you were Goosies are goosebumps, by the way. You just told me you're 14 and being so present to what's happening in the world today and right now. And not only being present to what's happening, but acknowledging how to combat the narratives that's being shared towards a positive change. Like you said, you will acknowledge that, there's beauty in their culture and everyone doesn't feel that way. To show up as another option to the hate that's maybe being communicated everywhere else. And I'm just in awe of you in that share, and then looking at this piece and all the colors. And is that metallic? I think it is. Like, this is so beautiful. So I just am snapping for you, because at 14, I wasn't as present. So I'm just inspired by you and how you've just shown up here today in front of everyone. And then my question to you, honestly, is going to be, in your process of making this art, what was like your favorite part? What was the, like, when you were doing it, what was the thing you're like, oh, like, I love this, or this is really exciting?
My favorite part was like trying my best to capture each image of each race, like in the first box, because I had to do some research on like what they wear and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like how I had to like. I think that the comments that are at the top are very sensitive, so I don't know about that.
Oh, so the comments are depicting kind of the negativity that's out there, which is so powerful. And I appreciate that you said research. Art is like a depiction of these beautiful colors. Like when you're doing visual art, it's all this beauty, but it's research too. When you're trying to give a message, you have to know what you're talking about. So hats off to you, you know, to know to do all that and to show up fully in this space with a message that you researched, that's accurate, that's true to the now. So yeah, thank you, Ari. That's awesome.
Yes, Ari. Bree wants you to know that's super cool that you researched it for it to be accurate. Priya, that is so true. Oh, hold on a second. I don't want to. Let's keep looking at these other ones. Exceptional job. My goodness, you ladies are absolutely amazing. There's so much wisdom in Miss today. Please realize these ladies are our future. Yes, they are. And I'm feeling confident in that future. Priya, such a beautiful and thoughtful piece of artwork. Love it. Great job. Yes, beautiful message. The world needs more Ari. Thank you for sharing you with us. Pure magic. Amazing, Ari. Thank you so much. All right. And then Hymesha was able to answer that, right? How does she step up in moments, right? Where she's kind of seeing somebody else be negative and judgmental towards someone. I sometimes talk to the person being disrespectful towards other people and ask, what does being mean bring them, and how they would feel in a situation like that where they feel weak and non-responsive. Yelling at the person doing the wrong is just making the situation worse. So talk calmly and get an understanding of where they are coming from. Yeah, that's a big one, Hymesha, being able to make space for people that are also doing the harm to kind of understand what's underneath it, what's behind it, right? So we can actually move forward in a way that's going to make the most sense. Jay says, agreed, Hymesha, yelling just makes it worse. And so necessary to show up with kindness. Way to be the example. And then Priya said, that's so true, Hymesha. That is a very reflective and thoughtful way to prevent further harm. Yes, you are doing the healing work. All right, y'all, let's give it up for all of these amazing artists one more time. Super loud so they can hear it all over the city. Yes. Amazing, amazing, and great job. So thank you all so much. You all have done amazing work. You have definitely inspired me, and I know that you've inspired everybody in this room. That's right. They did that. They did do all of it. And during their spring break, showing up every day, committed to the simple good, committing to their artwork, and committing to be art activists. I'm really proud of them. I just feel so much better in my life being able to share space with them and getting to know these young women, because like Miss Stephanie put it, they are the future. And I am feeling confident about that because they are great examples of kindness, and they're making the world that I want to see for my little one, right? So selfishly, super, super thankful to have them be part of this work. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back to Miss Priya.
Hi guys. Oh my God, that was incredibly beautiful. You guys should be so proud of yourselves. And I want to echo what Miss Ollie and everybody here have said for you guys today. You really presented not only your beautiful artwork, but your beautiful thoughts and ideas of courage that really will uplift everybody that's here today and move forward with all of us. So just by being here, you guys have made such an impact on all of us. And by being here, I am super excited to announce you guys are all officially TSG Youth Ambassadors. Yay! Congratulations, guys. You have been officially equipped on understanding and spreading positivity through our program. And therefore, you are accountable and responsible to now continue to spread the simple good around the world. So we want you guys to continue all the power that you've shared with us today and bring that everywhere you go and be officially a part of the simple good. So we are going to talk to you guys about what that means, what that looks like, but we're so excited about everything that you're going to bring into the world moving forward, and all these ideas of change that you're going to bring onto more people, right? So excited. And a lot of the messages you even said here today, I feel like all of us can take those steps and that wisdom to apply that in our own lives, right? So excited. Thank you guys for all your hard work and your bravery and your courage, for sharing, with all of us here today and allowing us to be a part of your simple good. So I want to just thank everybody for coming out here today and sharing and creating this beautiful space for our students and our new ambassadors, and making this day possible. They really did do an amazing job taking these different examples of simple good around them and making it their own. So thank you guys. Before we sign off today, I do want you guys to also be a part of our community and be able to continue to support us. And a couple ways that you can do that is continuing to come to our showcases and stepping up for our kids, and making sure that you're able to always help us spread the simple good through them. Also, we do have really dope merch that actually is inspired by our students' meaning of the simple good. So all of these are quote tees, sweatshirts. We actually grab and get voted on the simple goods that you've heard today. The city, people from across the city vote on the simple goods that they love, and we turn them into shirts to really acknowledge and celebrate these beautiful stories. And every year we'll do a different series. So this is a great way to support our program, and as well as continue spreading the message of the simple good that our students have shared with us today. And then one other exciting way that we have coming up is our Hunt for Good scavenger hunt that's coming back in June. It's a urban art scavenger hunt, all focused on finding the simple good around us. So we put it in a little bit of a competition form where you guys solve clues and riddles and find works of art in your neighborhood, and make it a little bit of a scavenger hunt to win Hunt for Good Champions 2021. So we'll do that June 12th. We'd love to have everybody here a part of it. And again, it's another opportunity to support our students in continuing spreading the simple good through our programming. And I will kick it off to Ollie before we close out today. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks so much, Priya. And again, I want to give a great big shout out and gratitude reach to Jay for joining us today. Yes. And Jay, do you have any parting words of wisdom and encouragement for all the amazing art activists here with us?
Absolutely. One, I just want to say thank you so much, ladies, for allowing me into this space, and to just share my gratitude for you all for showing up, giving insights into your lessons and your learnings of life, and being able to translate that into art is such a powerful thing. And just remember that, like, honestly, the first steps of change is acknowledging the roles we play in it. Sometimes our role is coming in as the hero, or sometimes our role is acknowledging that we're part of the harm. But how do we change that? And how do we show up after that? And then what is the message that we're sending out? So the steps that they really guided y'all through today to be able to speak towards is really the base of an activation. It's the base of a movement. And so never feel like you guys cannot be or cannot do. Like, you are truly powerful in your own right. And you showed up today with a full thought through of how to change the world for the better. And I don't want that to be taken light. And I want you to really think about that and really apply that moving forward, because like Stephanie was saying, and how Ali said too selfishly, I am grateful that you are our future, because we need you. And your time and who you are is so valuable to what this world is going to become. So I really look forward to seeing more that you do, because I know I'm going to. And again, I'm just very, very happy to be here. I feel so blessed just to be able to share space with y'all. And thank you, Priya and Ali, for having me.
Thank y'all. Okay, well, I'm crying now. So ladies from Build, don't sign off yet. We're gonna stay in this Zoom room, but everybody else that was a guest today, thank you so much for spending your Friday afternoon with us. Take the good feelings that you have now, go out into the world and spread them. Socially distanced and masked, of course, but go ahead and spread those simple goods. And thank you so much for creating the world that we all want. All right. Everybody that is not part of Build, we'll see y'all later. Goodbye. Build.